Happy Mother's Day, y'all. So, let me tell you what some mothers go through to give birth. This is my story. So, as you can see, I'm in the hospital right here because I just had found out I was pregnant with my first pregnancy. That's my husband there supporting me along the way. I end up having a ectopic pregnancy. I kept having these sharp pains and I didn't understand why until my husband literally made me go to the hospital. And when I went to the hospital, that's when I found out I was pregnant and the baby was growing in the wrong place. So it ended up having to be where I had to have a surgery on my right ovary. The doctor kept telling my husband that my fallopian tubes will be damaged, and he kept telling the doctors like, no, nothing is gonna be damaged in my wife. Nothing is gonna be damaged in my wife. And he spoke that word over me. And glory be to God, my fallopian tubes were not damaged, and I still have my ovaries, but they were able to do a slight surgery to where I did have a cyst on the right ovary, so I was able to keep my ovaries and my fallopian tube, but I was not able to keep our baby. And that's just shattering news when you get the news that you're pregnant, but you can't have the baby. So you can see here, I'm in the hospital, and my husband is just keeping my spirits uplifted because although we had lost our first pregnancy, my husband just kept reminding me that, you know, I still have my life because the doctors did tell me that if we had waited one more day, that I could have been dead. And glory be to God that that is not the case today and that I still have my life. But these are some things that, mothers go through. But God's timing is best because guess what? Boom. I got pregnant again. My husband and I did a private gender reveal with my mother on FaceTime, and he found out that we were having a girl, our baby girl. And you can see my mom just like, oh my gosh, you about to have a baby girl. Then you see I'm back in the hospital. So with my pregnancy, I start having a lot of complications with my heart. Mind you, I had no history of heart issues. That's my husband in the hospital with me. This is me in the hospital again. You can see on the screen here that my heart rate was going to 245. And it was crazy because the doctors were saying, like, this is insanely high. You can see on my chart I had a flutter, SVT, being in the hospital again. And then my husband driving in the back of the ambulance every time at the hospital, praying for me, praying over our unborn child because, they were saying that it's a possibility that if I kept having these heart complications that I may have to deliver the child. So I end up having a surgery, a heart ablation, and I did this surgery without anesthesia or pain medication, y'all. So this was serious stuff right here. But my husband, as you see, we had our maternity photos celebrating this new baby that came into our life. I delivered her. I was able to ring the bell at the hospital showing that I just gave birth to our child. And everything that I went through, it was crazy and life threatening, but we would not change this gift for the world. So I just want to say a happy, happy Mother's Day.